been a while. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you what I've been up to decluttering wise on the mental front as well as the action front. It's like once I proclaimed I would declutter 1,000 items, things started coming out of the corners, climbing down off the shelves, and the things that I was pulling out of drawers I wasn't really getting rid of, and I easily became overwhelmed. In all honesty, I need today's video, and I'm right here. The things are right here, so let's get started. All right, you already see what I got going on here. I have a couple boxes sitting like in my dining area. I love to see them empty, but when they're full, I know what time it is. I'm gonna start with this box over to the left, and in this box, I'm placing things that I am hoping to give away, and maybe someone will find some use in these things. Now, I typically take these to the Goodwill. And even before that, I was taking or giving things to the American Vets. They would come around, but of course, with things going on right now, they haven't been coming around collecting things. So I'll take this over to the Goodwill. And there are some things like I'm not exactly sure I should give to the Goodwill. You know, I'll think like, is this something that someone could use? If it's in good condition, I'll typically go ahead and give it to them. Though a few months back, I did see a piece on the news about people just giving them anything, and some of it ends up being trash. But I almost still want them to be the filter of that. So in case they can find some use with things, because they can find great uses for things that we think are well past their prime, I typically like to just go ahead and give it to them anyway. So again, these are the things I'm planning to give to them. And as you can see, I have a few articles of clothing that may be useful, a couple knickknacks. These you might remember. This is the confetti from my nephew's parties. A few pieces of jewelry I think are pretty cute, but I didn't end up wearing. These garden boots over here, they're size 8. I'm 8.5. They have been tight for too long. It's time for me to level up with my garden boots. So I'm going to go ahead and pass them along. And these incense, they give me headaches. I have a weird thing about incense. There are certain incense that don't, so I'm going to pass those on, and hopefully someone will find use in those. So here's the box and the bags. Now in this other box, I have some things that I'm planning on tossing or recycling. This first container out, this carton here, is from some laundry detergent that I used and loved. It's from Cleancult. I'll leave the referral description below. They are not a sponsor of this video, so I'll just say they are using a very creative, more natural way for us to clean our clothes and not leave films and toxins on them, as well as I can recycle this container, so it helps me to lessen my plastics, the plastics that I throw away, and that makes me feel better about all of that. I didn't get around to using all of this sunblock. It ended up expiring before I used it all, so this bottle is actually pretty full. Now these shoes, I was kind of looking forward to wearing these booties this fall and winter, but they are, I guess, beyond repair, I guess you would say. Now normally I would go somewhere and get this heel fixed, but the toe of this shoe is actually wearing down. And so I had looked around online to see if there was a way I could recycle them, or if it would be something to take to the Goodwill, but it looks like I'm just gonna end up tossing them. They were some really cute booties though. I'm not gonna lie, they are so cute, but you know, it's time to move on from those. Now this bag of goodies. These are some of my old sunglasses, broken sunglasses. Look at these. Aren't these fly? I used to love wearing these sunglasses, but they have broken. Look at them. Oh, come on. You can't tell me those are cute. It's missing an arm. And a lot of these are, as you can see, I did take them to my optometrist when I went to my last eye appointment, and they cannot be fixed, and they don't recycle them there. I did go out on TerraCycle, and I saw a campaign where they were accepting sunglasses, but I missed it. So I'm going to hold on to these and wait around for another campaign. I wish I could fix them, but I mean, I guess it's just another one of those times to level up on that one pair that I really love in here. So this is what I am recycling or tossing so far. A lot of these are things I used, so I'm merely recycling the containers. But instead of pushing them further and further back in a cabinet or closet, I am pulling things out and trying to use them to my best ability. You'll see here these Glade plugins. Now I purchased these for my home and I wasn't really thrilled about the scent. So I took them to my church and we're using them at the church and they smell great in there. Just an idea, if there's something that you don't care for, maybe give it to someone else. Another way I'm trying to be mindful of using the things that I purchase. Look at this container. I mean, I cut it up to get every little bit out of this lotion. It smells so good. Okay, so we're making a little bit of headway, a little bit. And I'm reminding myself that every little bit helps. You know, you saw those 3 bottles of contact lens solution. And I remember a couple weeks back looking for some contact lens solution, thinking I needed to go purchase more, and then digging around under my sink and finding those bottles of contact solution that some of them, well, at least one of them had long expired. And I noticed then, like, I was starting to become a bit hard on myself. Like, it's like I was using shame to motivate my decluttering journey, where I would say to myself, like, you need to get this done. Like, why haven't you tidied up? You should be tidying up more. And it started to bum me out, and it started to kind of shut me down a little bit, where I couldn't focus on really any of it. And I just let it become a beast, and I don't want to do that anymore. I started moving at a snail's pace, and I was almost using like negative self-talk with myself, and that's definitely changed. You know, taking my time is okay, but talking down to myself is not okay. Now I'm using joy and grace with myself, because it's a long run. I gotta show myself a little grace. Now on to a couple things upstairs. Okay, so there's not a lot going on up here, just a few things that I am donating and then one thing that I'm recycling. These mats were given to me by my friend and they're really nice. I mean, of course, music themed. I love them. I held on to them thinking, you know, maybe I could hang them up somewhere or something like that. But I actually feel like, look at that. I feel like maybe they would be better utilized at, say, a preschool or a daycare or a music studio. So I'm going to pass those along. This is just a plain old folder that I didn't need, and also an extra stapler. So I'll send that on. This is the box from my cart topper, and it's time to recycle that. And then these 2 paintings were given to me. They go perfectly with the colors in my office, but I feel like I have enough on the walls in there, and I'm almost ready to change up the colors, so I'm going to donate them as well. If you didn't already see my post, I was digging around in a box in my dining area and I found my Microsoft pen. This is one of the items I had hoped to find during this decluttering journey. How awesome. Also, I'm posting more things on Facebook Marketplace to either sell or give away. And these cartridges I was able to give away. I didn't have a date on them, and so I didn't want to sell them not knowing like how long I had had them. So I did just put them out there for free and someone came and picked them up. So now I get to update my tracker, and I am elated to have decluttered 62 items this go round. And what a relief it is to get even just a few more things out of the house and on to better purposes. Now I may be a little behind getting to that goal of 1,000 items by the end of the year, but I will finish. Even if I go through the first quarter of 2022, I'm going to finish, and I am going to eliminate the clutter in this house, find more things to sell that can aid my mortgage payoff journey, and make this space feel more and more like home. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you'll decide to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I love you, and I hope you have a great one.